Hey y'all, welcome back to Homemade Simple. If we've not met before, I'm Lori. I love to share videos each week to help you on your homemaking and simple living journey. I'm so glad that you're here today. We have spent the last 2 weeks cleaning out our pantry and our freezer, and so today it's time to get a couple of staple items to restock all of those things that have been used up, as well as get a couple of things for this week and some snacks for summer camp that's coming up soon. We're going to make several stops today, and I'm going to bring you along and share some of my favorite things to buy to put in my pantry, some of my family's favorite snack foods, and maybe some extras as well. We've got a lot of things to do today. We've got a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so we've got to squeeze all of our stops in just a little bit of time, so we better get in the car and get going. Okay, first stop is Dollar Tree. Now, I'm going to do an entire dedicated Dollar Tree video in a couple of weeks because there are so many good things that I have come across when I have been shopping at Dollar Tree. But today, I don't have time for that. I just have a few things to get. I'm gonna throw them in the buggy, check out, and then we're gonna head on to Sam's, probably get lunch at Sam's while we're there. But there are some really good snack options here at Dollar Tree that I wanna show you. I had no idea that Lane, who is 2.5, would love these freeze-dried fruits from Dollar Tree. But these freeze-dried strawberries, he loves them, and it just really is an opportunity for him to get more fruit in his diet. So I'm gonna pick up a couple of packs of these. And also, they have a huge variety of different fruit pouches. I know that you can make your own fruit pouch in those reusable pouches that you can wash, but in a pinch, these are so helpful, like if you're going on a trip or something, and just for being out in the car. I like to keep some of these on hand for him, again, to allow him to get some good fruit in his daily diet. And there has not been a flavor that he hasn't really enjoyed. These juice boxes are also a really good buy. You get 4 for $1.25, and that really is a lot cheaper than you can get it at Aldi. So I'm gonna pick up some of these for our on-the-go days too. As far as pantry restocking, there's not a whole lot that I normally buy from Dollar Tree. It is usually cheaper somewhere else, but this pink Himalayan salt is the kind of salt that I like to use. It has a lot more minerals than just iodized salt. So you might research that and think about adding that to your pantry storage. But for $1.25, this is a really good deal. I am really hungry, so the first item on the to-do list is to go into Sam's and get us some lunch. Have you ever had lunch at Sam's? It is super cheap and it is pretty good. They have some really good pizza. So if you have to run to Sam's for anything, make sure that it's during lunch so you can get one of their really yummy and really inexpensive lunch options. This supply chain issue has really gotten out of hand. We need some pizza before we shop at Sam's, because if we're still hungry and we come up in here with a list, we're not going to follow our list. We're going to get a buggy full of everything that costs $25 a piece, and then we're not going to have any money for the other food that we need for the rest of the month. While we're waiting, I just wanted y'all to see how cute the girls were in their matching clothes. They would have died if I had tried to make them match 10 years ago, but now they're good with it. Okay, y'all are gonna just have to rewind and forget everything I said about lunch at Sam's, because a month ago, lunch at Sam's was a really good idea, but today, lunch at Sam's was a total flop, and it was not even worth the aggravation. So, bring you a sandwich from home, and then you can find some good deals in the aisles. Our first stop is going to be these shelled walnuts. If you use walnuts at all, you really can save a lot of money by buying them at Sam's. Here in Alabama, they're less than $8 for 48 ounces, 3 pounds, and they're really good. So I'm gonna put this up in the pantry. This olive oil is another thing that I like to have on hand. It has a really mild flavor. We use it for all of our cooking, and Chris likes to use it for making his popcorn. Most evenings we will have a batch of popcorn, and he is the popcorn master. So this has a really good flavor for really whatever you're making. It's organic and it's a lot cheaper than other options. We try to eat a lot of salads. The girls will especially have a lot of salads for lunch, and these croutons just seem to really flavor up the salad. At less than $7 for this gigantic bag, it really will last for several weeks. You should definitely at least give them a try. If you use maple syrup on a regular basis, I highly recommend this maple syrup from Sam's Club. I use it a lot in making my bread, and it gives a really good flavor, and it's not so expensive that it's cost prohibitive to use as an added ingredient in baking. So give it a try. $12.60. It's really affordable when you compare it to those small glass jars for $7 that you get at other stores. This is a 32-ounce package, so it's really a good value. If you're looking for a good, nutritious, filling breakfast bar, these Better Nut Bars from Sam's Club are really good. You get 24 of them for less than $13, and the ingredients in them are really minimal, and they are really flavorful. The chocolate on the bottom does tend to melt, so that's one thing to keep in mind. I usually try really hard not to buy bottled water, but when we have summer camp and it's gonna be super hot, that is one time when I think that it's a really good opportunity to make sure that everybody stays hydrated. So I picked up a case of waters here for less than $4. That's a really good price if you are in the market for bottled water. I am going to get some of this turkey breast for sandwiches this week. Sometimes I like to just use this as deli meat, slice it myself. I really wish I had one of those meat slicers, but until then I can just use a serrated knife and it works perfectly fine. It's $5 a pound, and if you ever have to buy deli meat, that's really half the price. And this turkey breast has a really good flavor. It's really yummy. So I'm gonna pick this up and use this for our sandwich meat. If you are looking to stock up on meat, Sam's is a really good option. They have this huge chub of meat. I think it's like 10 pounds of meat. So it ends up being like $3.60 a pound. That's a really good deal, and this meat is actually really good quality. So if you are looking to stock up your freezer with hamburger meat, this is a really good option. Today I'm just going to get enough for this week, so I'm going to get this organic ground beef that is really good and flavorful. I really like the way this cooks up and tastes in recipes. I've talked to y'all about these croissants before, but we're going to have these for dinner one night. Some egg sandwiches in a croissant. We still have some eggs we need to use up. You probably know already that the produce in general at Sam's is much better than what you probably would find at Aldi or Walmart. I'm going to pick these apples up. They are less than $1.50 a pound. For apples nowadays that are not rotten, that's about as good as you can get. This cheese at Sam's, 2 pounds for less than $6.50. It's a really good bargain, and it tastes really good. It shreds up nice, and it will add good flavor to the recipes that we make. So I always try to keep at least 1 2-pound block in the refrigerator. It also will freeze pretty good too. The last thing we're going to pick up at Sam's is this gigantic thing of barbecue sauce. It will last forever, and it says you don't have to refrigerate it. So I just got the small little squirt bottles from the Dollar Tree, and I keep some in the refrigerator, but this is really good for making like barbecue chicken in the crock pot or the Instant Pot. It's got decent ingredients, no high fructose corn syrup, and then it's $7.50 for this huge bottle. So if you don't make your own barbecue sauce, this is really a good one to try. That was a successful Sam's trip, all except for the lunch, which we won't bring up anymore. And now I'm gonna head over to Walmart. I have a Walmart pickup order that is so excellent because that means I don't have to go in. I'm gonna get some of my pantry staples from that pickup order, and then Aldi is our last stop before our doctor's visit. Three things I wanted to tell you that I like to get at Walmart, especially when I'm running low on stuff and I need to restock the pantry. One thing is I like to keep cornstarch on hand. There's so many recipes that call for cornstarch, but it's really hard to find the non-GMO version of it, but you can find it at Walmart on a regular basis. So I went ahead and got some of this just to make sure I had plenty on hand. Also, we like to sweeten our tea with stevia, but this organic stevia is the cheapest and best option that I have found. It is very stout, very potent. I mean, like maybe a 1/32 of a teaspoon will sweeten a glass of tea. So it's really good for if you like sweetened drinks but you don't like to use sugar. It's organic, so you don't have to worry about what you're giving your kids if you don't want your kids to have extra sugar. This is a really good option. It's $10, but it will last a very long time. There's actually 1,000 servings in this small bottle. So you can also get this on Amazon. I'll link it down below. I really think if you like stevia, you will really like this. And then last but certainly not least, I've talked about King Arthur flour before. This is the best flour that I have found, especially for baking and for my sourdough. My sourdough starter really likes this kind of flour. It is an unbleached flour, and it is a really good quality at a decent price. You can also find this on Amazon. I'll link it down below, but it is much more affordable here at Walmart. You can also find it at Publix, but whenever I'm running low, which as a matter of fact I have no flour at home, so this is an emergency purchase, I like to get several bags just in case they don't have any on the shelves the next time I come by. But on a regular basis, I like to buy 1 or 2 bags every time I get a Walmart pickup. That way I never run out like I did this time. It has been forever since I've ran out of flour, so I'm sort of ashamed of myself, but I guess when you're cleaning out your pantry, that's the kind of thing that might happen. So this isn't a good resolution for that problem. We're gonna head over to Aldi. We have a couple more things to buy, and that will wrap up our pantry restocking trip. Okay, we finally made it to our last stop. We have quite a few things to get here at Aldi, some for the normal week's worth of groceries, and then a few things for stocking up the pantry. I like to get most of my canned goods here at Aldi. It's even cheaper to buy them here than it is at Sam's Club. So if you have an Aldi in your area, check out all of the options that they have for canned goods. It's really a good selection, and all of them that I have ever tried are really good quality. Also, some of the frozen vegetables are really good here. They have a lot of organic options that are not very expensive, and so I like to stock up on those as well. We'll see what they have when we get in, but we're going to try to rush through this trip because we are going to be on a time crunch. I'm gonna get some of these avocados, 59 cents for avocados. They're regularly $1, even here at Aldi, 89 cents or 99 cents. I'm gonna get a bag full and put them in the freezer. I've never tried it myself, I'm gonna give it a try and see how it works, and I will let y'all know. I really would like to make my own mayonnaise, but I've not really perfected that quite yet, and also my family is sort of grossed out by the whole thought of it, so I'm still working on them being a little more receptive. Until then, this is the best option that I have found that is not gonna bust the budget. This olive oil, it still has some canola oil, but it's better than the complete soybean or canola oil that you find in most of the mayonnaises. So this is going to be my go-to until I can convince everybody that I really do know how to make homemade mayonnaise. Another thing that I like to buy here is apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is fairly easy to make, and I am going to try to start making my own until I have some ready to go that is homemade. This Aldi brand is really good, so I'm going to get some of this for the pantry as well. Is it appropriate to talk about toilet paper? I don't know, but this is the kind of toilet paper we use. I am sort of picky about toilet paper. I do not like one-ply piece of junk toilet paper. This is really good. It might even be better than the Charmin brand. So affordable, good choice. I can recommend this toilet paper. These are my favorite tortilla chips. They have flaxseed in them, which you wouldn't think that it would make a big difference, but you do taste it, and they are really yummy. I'm gonna get these for a couple of our recipes this week. Okay, not everything you buy has to be health food, so these animal crackers are #1. They taste really good, not like the animal crackers, you know, those animal crackers that make you choke when you eat them. These have a really good texture and a good flavor. Lane and Chris love them. I'm gonna get some of these. I have found that Aldi is the best place to get this pure cane sugar. There's nothing wrong with white sugar, but this sugar, because it's got a little more color, you can tell that it's gone through a little less processing. So I like to go as natural as possible with still having sort of a frugal mindset. So this is the best cane sugar that I have found. You may have something better, and I would love to hear about it, but this is the stuff that I get to put in the pantry. I'm gonna get a bag or two just to make sure we have plenty. This probably says more about me than anything else, but I really like to make sure we have plenty of chocolate chips on hand. Kendall is really good at making homemade chocolate chip cookies, and I'm really good at eating them. So I'm gonna get a couple of bags just to make sure that we have plenty for any kind of late night snack cravings. Okay, here are the tomatoes that I like to get. I used to get these organic ones. They would come in a larger container. I don't know if they stopped carrying the larger container, but it just really got to be too cost prohibitive. So I've changed over to these crushed tomatoes, or they sometimes have diced tomatoes. I'm gonna get a couple of cans of those just to put in the pantry so that when I need a quick soup or a quick meal, I will have them on hand. Another canned item that I like to make sure I have in the pantry is green beans. Green beans are one of my family's favorite vegetables, so I always know that if I make green beans, people will be willing to eat them. So I'm gonna get several of these cans for quick meals. It looks like maybe I'm not the only one who is out of pasta, because the choices here are very minimal. I guess I will get some of this organic spaghetti to put in the pantry if we need a quick weeknight meal. I'm gonna get some of this. Maybe I should get this spaghetti instead. It's 6 cents per ounce, and this is 10.5. I think I'll put this back, and I will just get a box of this spaghetti. It's not going to be much longer that I have to buy half and half, because Winnie is really close to having her calf. But until then, this is the kind I like to put in my coffee. The best bacon in the whole world, pretty sure of it. Our very last stop, and boy, I am so glad. This has been a busy morning. I'm going to get about 5 of these organic corns. If you don't like GMO products, this is a very good alternative to regular frozen corn or canned corn. It's definitely not going to have GMO corn in it, and it is really good. I've never gotten any bag that was not delicious and sweet. So I'm going to get about 5 of these to put in the freezer, and then I like to make sure we have broccoli at least once a week, so I'm going to get several of these packs as well. Well, we finally made it in. We're getting all the groceries put in the house and put in the pantry and refrigerator. A few go in the freezer to replace some of the things that we've eaten these last couple of weeks. I'm really glad that you came along with us today as we went through all of our pantry restocking supplies and as we did a little bit of fun shopping along the way. Thank you for watching today's video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I hope that you will do that, and I really do appreciate all of your support. Thank you again for watching today's video. I hope you have a wonderful week. I love you, and I will see you again next time.